For analysis on the presidential elections in Syria, we're joined via Skype by Tony Badran. He is a research fellow at the Foundation for Defense of Democracies. He focuses on Syrian foreign policy as well as U.S. policy toward the country. Tony, thanks for joining us.
My pleasure.
You know, criticism aside, what does it show when elections are carried out in the middle of a civil war?
Well, I think the analysis that was provided in the report is accurate in that Bashar al-Assad wants to basically send a message both domestically and to his foreign allies as well as his foreign enemies that are circumventable, that it will have to take into consideration as a central part of any future arrangement, and that it will have to be on his terms essentially. And in many cases, insofar as the United States has not taken any drastic action against him to alter, every reason to believe that this is a right reading.
Well, what do you make of the fact that for the first time there were other names on the ballot other than Assad's?
I mean, it was a complete farce. I mean, if you just listen to these guys that were selected, handpicked, they almost that they were going to vote for Assad themselves, or that they were saying that maybe other people should vote for Assad as the most suitable candidate anyway. One of them had an interview with the Telegraph, and he just essentially said that. So it was really a charade. It wasn't serious. This was just it's almost like the old Soviet mind games and propaganda games, you know. And it's really nothing more than that.
You know, some countries may or may not recognize the result of this election, but couldn't the same be said for other elections taking place right now, for example, in Egypt and Ukraine?
In terms of the legitimacy, the only difference, I suppose, in both countries is that the presidents in question are not bombarding the rest of the country to smithereens and have 160,000 dead people, toll on their hands. So I think that maybe should count as a distinctive marker.
What do you think happens next? You've said in recent weeks that you expect the violence to continue in Syria. Is there any reason to think that that could change anytime soon?